All right, we've now completed 72 hours on our way to Minerva. The temperature has definitely increased since we left Whangarei. We're now t-shirts and shorts weather, and yeah, sunny skies, and it's dry. There's no dampness when you wake up in the morning. Today the seas are quite flat. We got low winds, very smooth seas, probably less than a meter and a half swell and waves. And yeah, we're doing pretty good speed. The winds are around 11, 12. It's going to be that way pretty much all day. As you can see, we've put the shades up inside because it's actually getting hot in the cockpit. Yesterday we had it closed down and it got up to 90, high 90s in here. We're just sweating, so it's nice to have the awning up, the side panels, because it keeps the sea spray down. But you definitely got to open it up and get some air going through here too. But I can't imagine not using these side panels. We've been soaked in here otherwise during a few of the last night was really calm conditions. For the first two nights we had really high seas and spray everywhere. Take a lot of water up over the bow, even though we were reduced sail and made the ride as comfortable as you could for the conditions we're in, but all worked out fine.
35 knot winds.
Yeah, we were hitting 35 knot gusts that one night and 2 nights ago, and it was just steady at 27 to 30. It was pretty steady. So force 7 near gale situation, and then we did have some gusts up to 35. And then yesterday morning it was just beautiful. We had probably 18 to 22 knot winds. The sea state had calmed down a fair bit, probably less than 3 meter swells and waves. And yeah, I had a great sail yesterday, made a lot of progress. Today it's all upwind sailing. We'll be tacking all day, just given the fact that the way the winds are coming. So it'll be a lot of tacking today. But we're still making good speed. We're making anywhere between 5 and 6 with the low winds. And Sylvia's doing a lot better. There's a few days of seasickness.
Yep.
Still not 100%. Seasickness affects everyone differently, and you know, it really wipes you out when you do get it. And yeah, so hopefully she'll be on the mend. Got a day of reprieve from the foul weather. But anyway, it's good to be in these latitudes that are getting us closer to Fiji and Minerva. So we're still en route to Minerva. We are halfway there, actually more than halfway to Minerva. And we expect to be there probably Friday, if everything continues with this weather system, and should be able to get there by Friday at some point. Well, change of plans. We were planning on going to Minerva Reef, but now we're going to go directly to Fiji. So what had happened, we had rolled in our recommended furler, electric furler, and like a foot of the sail was in and it just stopped. So we don't know. We sort of did all the testing we could do out here. There's power going. We think there's power going to it, at least all the way up to the control box. We don't know if the final stage from related to the motor is working, but we'll sort that out. Don't want to wait around in Minerva try to fix that. We'll go to Fiji. Likely, if we need to send it off to Germany to get fixed, then at least it's a little easier to deal with there and delay the time. So time's of essence. We would rather get there as opposed to waiting around Minerva for a week and then delaying getting work done on it. Hopefully it's just an electrical problem, then at least Mitchell can fix it. And yeah, so we also are probably about 2 days out from Fiji. We might have to slow down. We're not quite sure if we're going to make it in time for customs. So if we tomorrow will be Sunday, We've tentatively said we'd arrive on Monday at 3 o'clock. But the other problem is it's low tide going through the channel at Buda Marina. So I have to talk to them and find out whether or not we'll be able to make it in what kind of bottom. If it's a muddy bottom, that'd be okay if we scrape the bottom. But if it's rock, then I'd just slow down, hold off, and go in the following morning, which is okay too, because that following morning is my birthday. So you're arriving in Fiji on my birthday. We encountered a wicked night. This whole passage from New Zealand to Fiji has been a challenge. Typically, this is, you could expect a few days of, rolly, nasty, kind of not so much fun weather, and then the rest of it could be very pleasant. Well, we haven't had too many of those. It's been high winds and unusually we spent 2 days sailing in the headwinds. And those each day, we were gaining maybe 40 nautical miles north. So it slowed us down. We lost so much time. And so that was another factor for, let's just get to Fiji. We're losing time. So let's get there. But yeah, Wednesday night, we encountered, we were in force 8 winds for about 8 hours. Force 8, for those who don't know, that's 32 plus knots of wind speed, which is very high. I don't know what that is in kilometers, probably 60 kilometer winds, maybe a little more than that, around there. And that was steady for 8 hours, with gusts up to 40, which would be kilometers, maybe 80. Don't quote me on that, but pretty close to that. So yeah, it was a challenging night. Mitch and I, Sylvia couldn't take a watch. So Mitchell and I, we just did 1 hour on, 1 hour off, rotating, just because it was just tough. It was the toughest sailing night that we've encountered so far. So, and I was talking to a friend of ours on another boat, and they had some damage done to her. They one of their stays broke, so they're figures they could get to Minerva Reef and then fix it there. So hopefully they get there fine. As you see, it's getting dark here now. And one of the problems now we have is that in order to use a head sail, we actually have to go forward all the way up to the bow and do it by hand, which is not very pleasant to have to walk all the way up to the bow. And when the seas are up, you are just getting sprayed the whole time. So, but that's the only choice we have. We don't take out all the sail because it takes forever to roll it in with a little winch handle. It makes me wish I had a manual system to begin with, a regular manual system on a roller reefer like I had on my other boat. Then you never have to worry about those kind of things. But I can see I'm very dark in this video, so I'm just going to end it here. It's Father's Day, and we're about just shy of about maybe 170 nautical miles from Fiji, and we anticipate arriving Tuesday morning. We would probably get there midnight on Monday, but we'll just slow down as we get closer, so we finally get in there around 10 o'clock in the morning, or 7 o'clock at the first waypoint to go through the pass, and then we can make our way up to the marina where we're going to check in at. But yeah, today is a very nice day. There's not a lot of wind, maybe 7-8 knots of wind, so we're actually motoring. Seas are relatively flat. We'll probably motor all the way till maybe tomorrow morning, and yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. You just gotta motor or sail, whatever's available to you. I mean, we could sail a little bit now here, but the winds are coming right on the nose, so if we try to sail on this, it'll take us forever to get there, and I'm tired. I need to get in. I need to get to Fiji, and yeah, we're already in we're in day 9 now, or day 8 or 9. So yeah, ready to get in and relax, and it's been a long passage. So going through here, this is our space outside. Got Mitchell out there. He's trying to fish with a hand reel. There's been a number of fish jumping. Not quite sure what's out there, but Mitchell's determined to try to catch something. We had the only other vessel we've seen out here was today, since we left the group back last Sunday was the last time we saw one. Actually, it was Saturday, not Sunday. It was the last time we saw someone. And so yeah, today we saw the container ship. It passed by about less than half a mile and a half, and yeah, they just kind of came over the horizon and they were gone before we knew it. So that was exciting to actually have something else out here besides ourselves. And that is literally, there's nothing else out there. But it's really nice to have a reprieve from any foul weather and heavy winds. We've had a lot of heavy winds sailing. And our friend who had some problems with his mast during that storm, or that gale force wind period, he finally made it to Minerva this morning. He WhatsApped me, so he's good. He's happy to be in there, and especially he's a solo sailor, so he's out here by himself. And so it's really good to keep in touch with him. But yeah, probably won't cross paths again for a long time. But that's the way it is out here. You meet a lot of people, a lot of other cruisers, and you get to know them, and then you might run into them again or you might not. You just never know. A fish? Oh, Mitchell said the fish are still jumping. Oh, I just saw one jump there. Yeah, there's a few ahead. Oh, I'm not sure what those are. I'm not sure they're showing up here on the video. There's a few there. Maybe Mitchell will have some luck this time. I don't know why he's using a hand one when there's a perfectly good fishing rod right there. But at least they're small fish, so if he has to get them, I think your hook might be too big for those fish. Anyway, I'll update you later.